Hi Taurus, welcome. This is our weekly video for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and inquiring for the week of August 12th through August 18th, 2016. Remember, this is a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, energies, messages resonate for you and bring you clarity to whatever you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all children of God and we are all psychic, so see what feels right for you. It could be one nugget that brings you clarity, and for somebody else it could be the whole reading. In the end, always use your logic and your intuition together to make sound decisions that are based in love for the highest and greatest good of everyone involved in the situation, and so on. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. In the end, how you ride these energetic waves that come through here is up to you, Taurus. So I also want to mention that if you're interested, perhaps make this an interactive reading. And if you have cards, even playing cards, pull with me and see what comes up. Maybe you'll get a similar card, the same card, more signs and symbols that are personal to you, or bring more depth to what you're wondering. I'm kind of curious to see how this goes this week. So if you're interested, that's a suggestion. And let's get going with our reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, inquiring for the 12th to the 18th of... I wanted to say October for a minute, so perhaps October is important for somebody. But for August 2016, let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, I feel like I saw one another way, or did I imagine it? I don't know. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for Taurus this week for the highest and greatest good of everybody involved in the situation. One card to bring clarity. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. One card for Taurus. Unfinished Symphony. I just thought of Bittersweet Symphony in my head. This is a 10, so it's a new beginning. It's another start. It's something that you never finished learning, Taurus. What did you put away and never come back to, and you're actually really talented at? You didn't have time for, the schedule didn't work for you, it got frustrating, you didn't like the teacher, you didn't like the person that sat next to you, you were too tired, blah, 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 but you're good at it. And what do you sort of still want to do and kind of wish worked out? You know, this could be a relationship, it could be a project, it could be a job, you know, it could be a conversation. It's the lack of closure somewhere. You know, what did you leave not closed? I want to say unhinged for some reason. Where do you need to make amends? You know, where are there loose strings that would feel healing to tie up? And then I want to say release, you know, to be healed. It's like you just sort of... I thought of my videos sometimes. I know I have mine at 15 minutes because that's what my phone allows me to upload, and I've been told I can switch that setting. But for now, I feel like I could run on and on and on with my readings. So for now, it's working out so that I give everybody equal time. Although I know sometimes I do get to the end, and it used to be worse. It used to be worse in my older videos, but I'm getting better lately. Sometimes you just sort of, that last sentence. So, by the way, when that happens, I try to at least explain it below if it's important. But it's incomplete projects, you know? Incomplete poems that can be beautiful songs that you haven't finished. It's when you have procrastination going on and sometimes self-sabotage. perhaps because there's fear, you know, insecurity, you know, situations. I want to say somebody was like negative to you and you were sensitive to that, but it's something that needs to be finished. It's unfinished business, Taurus. So what is that for you? What's your unfinished business? Let's continue, Taurus. I'm going to move to the Tarot Illuminati for Taurus, and let's get more clarity. There's a clover in the cards, Taurus. There's a little tiny clover here from me being out on the lawn before, so perhaps that's lucky for somebody. I think of creativity, of 3. All right, 1 card for Taurus, bring clarity to our week for Taurus. I'm going to do another shuffle, hold on. Card to help the most people out this week. Taurus. Alright, the 4 of Swords. So, you find stability in finding peace, in putting things to rest, coming to peace with things. You know, I see Mary here in the stained glass window. And then you have this guy just sleeping peacefully, this woman sleeping peacefully. Perhaps they fell asleep while they were praying, you know. And then you have these swords that were perhaps bothering them in the day, bothering them when they were awake, and you decided to just keep them, their strengths, their lessons. There's something that you need to look at still. So perhaps 3 people, 3 situations, 3 years, 3 weeks, 3 days, March, Pisces, a Virgo, perhaps the Pisces Virgo spectrum somewhere. And I see you keeping one that's really important underneath you here for protection. Perhaps for you and your situation and your, I want to say your spouse, your significant other, your love, your child, your children, your project, your job. Something's extra important here, and you need to look at these later. You know, so you're going to probably wake up and move this one first. Take care of this one first. You know, you're waking up into a new world. You're waking up with a new sense of stability when you put something to rest. It's like when you have something bothering you and you're like, I'm just going to go to sleep. And recharge, reconnect, rest. And then when you wake up, you'll have your solution. You know, you'll have maybe the rest of your symphony will come to you when you're reconnected to spirit. You know, your inspiration will come when you recharge your batteries, when you come to peace with the situation. You'll see it differently. You know, you see it with a different light in the morning. I want to say the morning light comes into the stained glass and shines upon your face and puts different colors on your situation, a different filter on your situation. You know, a renewal. I just see like balance, you know, and I see like 4 different situations. I mean, I'm focused on the 3, but it's a 4. I feel like 3 situations bring you back into stability. So there's something that's different with this situation. I need more clarity. So let's dynamics. Let's go to the Power Archangel Tarot for Taurus. More clarity for the Four of Swords, Taurus. Peace. So, I kept hearing peace restored, and perhaps peace is being restored, Taurus. So 13, it's Archangel Azrael, and it's releasing the past, right? There's a more enriching future coming, something nurturing coming, something abundant coming on its way. It's time to let go and let God here. Release. Breathe again. You know, perhaps there's something here that's just out of your control. Not everything is in our control. Sometimes we just have to have faith in the other person, right? In the situation, in the information, in the mistake. You know, just let go. I want to say sometimes when we have so much energy going into one area because there's so much want or fear even, or just focus, energy, attention, and you're not allowing God, you know, natural energies to move around that situation and have it come about how it's supposed to come about, which isn't always how you expect it. Sometimes it's out of our control, even if what you actually expect comes about in the end. Perhaps it comes about a completely different way than you saw. So you trying to force control on that situation is actually making it stagnant, making it not happen, making it go backwards, or making it run away from you. So be at peace. You know, it's 13, so that comes back to a 4. It comes back to stability within you, Taurus. The peace starts in you. You know, you can control you. You can start with peace. No, not everything has to be such a big deal, I kind of want to say. Don't invest so much energy if it brings you to a negative space in things that are just trivial. In, I want to say, like, arguments that in the end are just trivial. And perhaps in the end, you're saying the same exact thing with somebody. I hear an argument here. I'm not sure what it's about, but I see that in the end, you're both kind of saying the exact same thing. Just in such different ways that you're just so hard to get your point across, and you're not actually hearing that the other person's actually on the same page as you. I hope that was important for somebody. So perhaps you realize that later when, I want to say, you get off your high horse, that other person gets off their high horse, has time to get off their horse, you know, calm down before they get excited or upset, you know, space, peace, sleep, rest, recharge, restart, retry. It'll be okay. I'm going to pull another card. I have the Art of Life Tarot. Let's do another card for Taurus. I keep hearing breathe. Just breathe. I don't know why I have to say that, because I feel like I said it, but perhaps that's important. 2 of Pentacles. So happiness is not the mere possession of money. It lies in the joy of achievement, in the thrill of creative effort. Franklin D. Roosevelt. So deciding to work with others together to dance your life, or to make it dance